2 in the morning. A clock starts ticking deep inside a forgotten Pacific tide pool. Small as a human thumbnail, a tiny traveler begins her journey. She looks exactly like an adorable, fluffy land rabbit. She has snow-white fur and 2 dark velvet ears resting on her head. But this is not a land animal. This is Jorunna parva, famously known as the sea bunny. And she is running a brutal race against time. She is destined to lose it. Ocean life is not measured in years or decades. She has exactly 30 days to find love in this dark, infinite wilderness. Every second spent wandering the cold water is a second gone forever. If her internal clock hits 0 before she finds a partner, her genetic line vanishes. Finding a match requires her to use high-tech biological sensors before time runs out. But our lonely bunny is not the only creature operating on a terrifying time crunch. Her 30-day deadline is actually the most generous clock in the sea. Hidden in these waters are other short-lived species facing much tighter windows. Some have exactly 7 days to mature, mate, and die of old age. Others have a final adult lifespan of just 2 fleeting hours. Today, we open the ultimate countdown of the ocean's shortest lifespans. We track how these creatures use extreme engineering to find a partner before they die. Our fragile rabbit begins her quest on a small, isolated patch of shallow coral reef. The world around her is a terrifying landscape of dark shadows. She is completely blind to the environment, so she must find a different way to navigate. To survive the void, she activates those iconic black-tipped ears on her head. Scientists call these unique structures rhinophores. They are not used for hearing sounds. They are advanced chemical tongues that taste the water column for invisible signals. These organs are layered like the pages of a book to maximize ocean contact. Water flows through these narrow layered gaps, and the fluid's speed drops significantly. This slowdown allows dissolved mating pheromones to lock onto her microscopic chemoreceptors. Waving them back and forth, she compares the scent strength between her ears. This mechanical design lets her steer directly toward the smell of her own kind. But her chemical nose is only one part of her smart toolkit. Her entire body is covered in thousands of microscopic, needle-like bumps called caryophyllidia. These structures act like a radar system that senses tiny changes in water pressure. If a predator swims nearby, the current shift hits these needles. The shift alerts her to dodge the attack instantly. To stay alive on the open reef, she absorbs harsh toxins from marine sponges. She stores this stolen poison inside her fluffy sensory coat. The poison makes her taste completely foul to hunters. But despite this perfect armor, her 30-day clock never stops ticking down. Because her time is brief, nature gave her simultaneous hermaphroditism as a backup plan. She possesses fully functional male and female reproductive systems at the same time. When 2 lonely sea bunnies cross paths, they do not waste time. They exchange sperm at the same time. That means both bunnies leave the encounter fertilized. This design instantly doubles the reproductive success of their entire population. Our bunny pushes forward, her rhinophores vibrating with intense hope. She rides the shifting currents, but as she glides past the reef, the water column above begins to glow. A strange, ghostly aura appears. Her chemical tongue picks up the scent of a different tragedy. It unfolds in the open water. It is a transparent phantom facing a deadline of just a single week. Rising above the reef, our sea bunny's sensors detect thousands of moving shadows. This is Schindleria prematura, commonly known as Schindler's fish. To human eyes, this creature is a literal ghost floating blindly near the surface. It is among the shortest-lived backboned animals on our entire planet. Our sea bunny has a 30-day window, but this adult fish faces death fast. It must mate and die in just 7 to 14 days. Its entire existence from a tiny egg to death is compressed into a few weeks. To beat this impossible clock, the fish utilizes a bizarre mechanical shortcut. This shortcut is called paedomorphic engineering. It achieves sexual maturity while permanently locked inside its baby larval form. The adult fish remains completely transparent. It totally lacks scales, color, and a heavy skeleton. Instead of wasting time growing hard bones, it retains a soft, fluid-filled rod. This rod is called a notochord. By skipping the process of building a complex body, it saves massive energy. This genetic trick allows the baby-faced fish to reach mating age incredibly fast. It takes less than a month. At just half an inch long, its see-through body is an organic tube. It is made solely to transport eggs or sperm. This complete lack of color acts as an invisible camouflage shield against hungry predators. Hunters look straight through them. The design allows the helpless fish to swim safely without a school. For decades, human marine biologists tracking this species were deeply baffled. They found a strange biological anomaly. Divers would find millions of these clear fish schooling one week. They gathered over a specific patch of reef, but when they returned just 7 days later, the population had vanished. They left without a trace. Early researchers assumed the massive schools were simply migrating to new areas. The truth was finally uncovered when scientists looked inside the ear bones. These tiny ear bones, called otoliths, grow a new structural ring every day. Counting these daily rings revealed that the fish were not migrating. The previous week's population had simply run out of time. They died of old age in a single week. They had been completely replaced by a brand new generation. This new group runs the exact same frantic race. As these short-lived fish perish and sink, they leave behind silence. Our sea bunny continues her search. She tracks the chemical trails left by these falling phantoms. The scent leads her closer to the tropical shore. Here, the biological clock reaches its final phase. She enters the territory of a creature with an adult life of mere hours. The stakes of our underwater race have officially reached a terrifying breaking point. Our sea bunny crawls near the intertidal flats. Then, the arrival of a rising lunar tide changes everything. This environmental shift triggers the emergence of Pontomaya natans. This creature is the flightless marine midge. This tiny organism holds one of the most urgent lifespans on our planet. Our bunny has weeks, but this adult insect survives for just 2 hours. Its body fails after that brief window. Adult life is so brief that it cannot afford a single mistake. To survive this extreme time crunch, its internal anatomy undergoes a brutal sacrifice. Upon transforming into adults, these midges completely lose their mouths, teeth, and jaws. They do not possess functional stomachs or digestive tracts. This means they can never eat or drink. Their internal digestive machinery is completely reabsorbed by their own cells. This radical change hollows them out from the inside. The shift makes physical room for massive egg and sperm packets. They are running on a dead battery. Because of this, survival relies on an intense, mass-synchronized mating event. Driven by the moon, millions of midges hatch into adults at the same minute. The males emerge with specialized oar-like wings. They use these living oars to skate across the sticky surface film. They move at extreme speeds. The helpless females are completely wingless and legless. They float at the surface like tiny packages. Using powerful contact pheromones, the skating males locate a female. They mate instantly, and then they die. They burn through their entire energy reserve in moments. They collapse from physical exhaustion. The fertilized female quickly releases her egg packets onto the surface film. They sink to the safety of the sea floor. The very second her eggs are safe, her body experiences total collapse. It ruptures completely. Individual life is completely traded for the next generation. The surface of the water becomes a graveyard of transparent wings. Empty shells float everywhere. Our sea bunny catches the fading chemical trails of this brief explosion. Her own 30-day clock is winding down to its final hours. The loss of time forces her to face the ultimate math problem. Right now, our tiny sea bunny is entering her final hours. Finding a partner in a massive ocean is almost impossible. She only crawls a few inches every single minute. That means her chances of bumping into another bunny are basically zero. But she is not just wandering around the dark reef. Instead, she follows the powerful pool of rising lunar tides. Shifting water temperatures draw her toward a hidden underwater crossroads. Soon, every lonely bunny in the area answers this same silent call. This final genetic programming is incredibly brutal. Once their eggs are safely secured, their bodies begin a rapid biological shutdown process. They pour all their remaining life into one final act. With only moments left on her clock, she catches a familiar current. Against impossible odds, she finally detects a matching chemical signal, and the silence of the ocean breaks. She actually beat the math of this giant void. She found her match. And after endless silence, the ocean finally answers her call. The deep ocean often looks like a cold world full of scary monsters. But these fragile creatures are running the exact same race we are. They fight to find a partner, leave a legacy, and keep their species alive. If this tiny bunny's journey touched your heart, hit that like button. Drop a comment below to celebrate her victory. Subscribe to Fish Fanatic so we can explore the wild ocean together next time.